Let's explore component composition. We will learn how to build complex user interfaces by combining smaller components. What exactly is component composition? It's a design pattern where smaller, reusable components are combined together to create larger, more complex user interfaces. Think of it like building with Lego bricks, where each brick is a component, and you can combine them to create amazing structures. Let's look at a simple component example, a button. Here's the code for a basic button component. It receives properties or props and renders a button element with a class name of button. When clicked, it triggers a function passed to it via the onClick property. The content between the opening and closing button tags is determined by the children property. Now let's compose components together. Here's an example of a header component that includes our button component. The header component renders a header element containing a title, My App, and a login button. The onClick property of the button is set to a function called handleLogin, which will be executed when the button is clicked. This demonstrates how you can nest components within each other to build more complex structures. Let's delve into the concepts of props and children. Props are data passed into components to customize their behavior and appearance. They're like arguments you pass to a function, allowing you to configure the component's output. Children, on the other hand, represent the content passed between component tags. This pattern gives you a way to create flexible and dynamic compositions, allowing parent components to inject content into their children. Now let's see an example of the container component pattern. Here we have a card component. The card component accepts a title and children as properties. It then renders a div with the class name card. Inside the card, there is an h3 element displaying the title and a div with the class name card content, which renders the children. This allows you to create a reusable card layout and populate it with different content. Let's look at a more complex composition example, creating a user profile component. This component utilizes both the card and avatar components and the button component. The user profile component takes a user object as a property. It renders a card component with the title user profile. Inside the card, it displays the user's avatar, name, and email, along with an edit profile button. This demonstrates how you can combine multiple components to create a rich, interactive user interface. Let's explore the benefits of component composition. First, there's reusability. You write components once and use them everywhere in your application. Second is maintainability. Component composition makes your code easier to debug and update. When changes are needed, you can modify individual components without affecting the entire application. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.